Imagine stumbling upon a hidden niche that almost no one is talking about, where people are pulling in thousands of dollars just by leveraging AI tools in a way most creators haven't even thought of yet. See, the internet is full of opportunities, but the problem? Most people either jump on trends too late or waste time on oversaturated niches with too much competition. But every now and then, a golden opportunity appears, a niche so untapped that almost anyone can get in early and start making money with just a laptop and Wi-Fi. And this is one of those moments. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly how to capitalize on this niche before everyone else catches on. I'll show you the kind of content that's blowing up right now, the best AI tools to automate the process, and a simple strategy to start making money from it fast. And you don't need a single dollar to get started. This TikTok account has over 138,000 followers, and each of their videos gets millions of views. If we take just one of their videos, multiply it by the standard TikTok RPM, we can see that they've made thousands from this top 5 moment video. And that's exactly what I'll show you guys how to make in this video. To make things even easier, I've put together a Google Doc with everything you need, AI tools, workflow steps, and monetization strategies. You can find the link in the description. And if you're serious about making money online, check out my private community where I share advanced strategies, a complete step-by-step YouTube course, and a list of over 100 untapped niches that you won't find anywhere else. Oh, and if you're just starting out, grab my free ebook that shows you how to make your first $100 online. The link's down below. All right, let's jump into it. So the first thing we need to do is to get some niche ideas for our top 5 moments. Now, to do this, you can either use ChatGPT or scroll TikTok. I'll show you exactly how to do both, so you never run out of video ideas. So you want to head to ChatGPT and ask the AI for video ideas around top 5 moments TikToks. After some thought, you can see that the AI has begun to leave me with a list of different ideas that we can choose from. I like this one about Nassorm, so I'll keep it in mind when selecting my topic. I'll now show you how to get ideas from TikTok. So to do this, you want to head to TikTok. Now we're on here, you now want to go ahead and search for top 5 moments. It's that easy to get video ideas this way. So as you can see, loads of ideas have come up. So if I click around, you can see that we have a bunch of different ideas here. There's this one about the top 5 biggest cap moments, and this did 2.7 million views. This one about people thinking they're in an edit did 350,000. And this one here about accent slips is so funny, and it did 2.1 million views. I really like this last one, so I think that I'll pick it for our video's topic. Alright, we have our topic, so we need to get our 5 videos to use in the topic. Now we can use some of the ones here, however we need to find some ourselves. Alright, to do this, we need to head back to the search bar. Once here, I'll search for accent slips. Alright, as you can see, some of these are already top 5 videos, which we need to ignore. Now once you're on this page, you want to look for 2 things: original content and a recent upload time. It's also a bonus if it doesn't have that many views. Alright, this one here would be good, as it has a recent upload video, so I'll save it. In fact, this one will be better, as it's uploaded even more recently. Alright, if I keep scrolling, you can see that we found a few more that we can use for our video. Alright, keep searching, and get 5 videos that you think will be good for your video. Alright, that's our content done. There's one last thing we need to grab before we go ahead and edit our video. The thing we need is a simple gradient background that we can use for our video. Alright, to get this, you want to start by heading to Google Images. Now once you're on here, I'll search for gradient background. Alright, as you can see, we now have loads of backgrounds. Now these are horizontal, so I'll add 9:16 into the search bar to get some vertical ones. Now you want to save one that's in the TikTok format, as this means we don't have to stretch it out or anything. We can also make some changes to it in CapCut if we need, so don't worry if it isn't perfect. Right, that's everything we need for our video. Just before we start editing, my private community is where I share everything you need to grow and monetize a YouTube or TikTok automation channel fast, without wasting time on trial and error. Inside, you'll get my full step-by-step YouTube and TikTok courses, over 100 untapped niche ideas, and proven monetization strategies that are working right now. Plus, you'll get direct access to me. Join now and start growing today. Alright, let's edit our video. To do this, I'll use CapCut. Once you're on the tool, you want to start by dragging in the gradient background that we got from Google Images. Once it's in the timeline, you want to extend it to over 1 minute to make sure that our content qualifies for the TikTok Creativity Program. We now need to blur our image. To do this, head to the Effects tab of CapCut and go ahead and add search for a blur effect. Once you've found one, just drag it over the image in the timeline to add the effect. Alright, let's now add our first video. Remember, this needs to be the most recent one, as it'll capture the most attention. So drag it into the timeline like so. Alright, we now need to make our video square, so we can add it to the bottom of our frame. To do this, head to the top right of CapCut and hit this mask option. Once you're on the next page, go ahead and hit the rectangle option like so. Now, as you can see, our video is now masked. Now you want to extend this mask so that it covers the main part of the video, in this case, this guy's face, making sure that it's a square shape. Once that's done, head back to the basic tab in the top right, and this will allow us to move our video. Now just place it at the bottom here. Alright, that's our first video done, so let's get the rest in. Now to do this, copy the first image and paste it onto the timeline. Now drag the copy after the original like so. Now let's find our second image, which is this one here. Now drag it over the copied image to replace it. You need to repeat this process for all 5 videos. If you get an error like this saying the video is too short, then just cut down the video on the timeline like so. Once the video is pasted in, extend the video again as far as you can, so we don't crop off the end of the video. Alright, so I'll repeat the process for all our videos. If I fast forward, you can see that all my videos are in place, and I've also had to extend my background image, just because our videos reach a further point in our timeline. Okay, that part might have been a little confusing, but you should now have a timeline that looks like this. That's the hard part done. Now let's add some text to our video. To do this, head to the text tab in the top left of CapCut and add some default text to the timeline. Once the text is in place, you want to head to the top right. Once up here, the next thing we need to do is type in the words top 5 accent slips into the text box here. Once that's done, scroll down, and you want to go ahead and give the text some customization. You can customize the text however you want. I recommend adding a font and a bit of color, however, to save time. I'll add this purple background template here to my video. Once the text is customized, you want to extend its duration to last the entire video like so. Alright, let's add more text. Now with this one, we need to type the numbers 1 to 5. Just hit enter after each one like so to get them in this list format. Once that's done, I'll add some customization to them also. Like the title, I'll also extend this to the end of the video. Alright, last bit. We now need to add some text and label what's going on in our video. So for the first one, I'll type Sudan, as that's the accent in our video. Alright, with that done, we need to customize it like the others. So I'll just add this red glow template to it. Finally, extend it so it lasts the entire video. Now we need to copy and paste this text for each video. So I'll paste it, so it starts at our second video, and I'll go ahead and change the text to Vietnam. I'll now align the text next to the number 4. Alright, go ahead and do this for the rest of the videos. I'll skip ahead. As you can now see, I've pasted in text for all my videos. Now you need to crop all this text so it doesn't go past when our video ends. Just select it all and hit W on your keyboard to trim it. That's our video done, so export it. Here's the finished result.
No. I don't want chips. I don't want spaghetti. No. Just get me a sandwich. Someone get this nigga a tuna sandwich.
Low-key, I'm kind of hungry.
Oh yeah, not gonna lie.
That's all for today's video. Join my community if you want to go viral.